I used to think that being a great bartender was all about the craft. Mastering the perfect balance of flavors, the art of the garnish, the intricate details of a new recipe. I thought people came for the taste, the aroma, the stunning presentation in a crystal glass. But one quiet evening, a single guest completely changed my perspective. He taught me that people don't just buy a drink for how it tastes. They buy it for how it makes them feel. It was a slow Tuesday night, the kind where the clinking of ice is the loudest sound in the room. A regular came in, someone I'd seen a dozen times before, but tonight was different. He was quiet, his shoulders were slumped, and his eyes seemed a million miles away. I went over, full of my usual enthusiasm, and started describing our latest creation, a complex cocktail with floral notes and an exotic twist. I was proud of it. He just shook his head, not even looking at the menu, and mumbled, "Not today. I'm just not in the mood for anything fancy." I gave a polite smile, but his words hung in the air. I could tell something was weighing on him. And in that moment, I realized my perfectly rehearsed sales pitch was completely useless. Guests don't always order what's on the menu. They order what their heart is asking for. Instead of pushing another special, I decided to try something different. I went back behind the bar, not to make what I wanted to sell, but what I felt he needed. I skipped the fancy liqueurs and complex bitters. I mixed something simple, light, and comforting, a drink with gentle, familiar flavors that felt like a warm hug in a glass. When I set it down in front of him, I didn't talk about ingredients. I just said, "This one isn't on the menu." It's for those moments when life feels a little heavy. He looked up, a flicker of surprise in his eyes. He took a small sip, paused, and then a slow, genuine smile spread across his face for the first time all night. He looked at the glass, then at me, and said, This tastes like calm." And right then, it clicked. He wasn't looking for a drink. He was looking for a moment of peace, a bit of comfort. He was looking for a feeling. That guest became one of my most loyal customers. He didn't come back for that specific drink. In fact, he rarely ordered it again. He came back because, for a brief moment, I stopped trying to sell him something and instead tried to understand him. That night taught me the most powerful lesson of my career. Hospitality isn't about taste, texture, or trends. It's about emotion. It's about making people feel seen, heard, and cared for. The best bartenders, the best servers, the best hosts, we don't just pour drinks or serve food. We pour connection. Because people might forget the flavor of a cocktail, but they will never, ever forget how you made them feel. Thanks so much for watching. If this story resonated with you, I'd love it if you'd hit that subscribe button and join our community. See you in the next one.